Hey guys, what's up and welcome to this new video where I am excited to share a new tutorial on how to make this scene. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we are going to create today. So as you can see, this is like a 10 seconds clip and we have made this completely inside Blender without using any add-ons or anything like that. Um, So I have divided the chapters. Don't worry, this is not going to be a very long video or something like that, but just to keep things simple and organized, we're going to first create the character. We're going to animate the character in Mixamo. We're going to create the plane and the cube. Then we're the cube, which is the moving cube, what I call the cube god. So we're going to animate the cube, add the sky, add some fog to make it interesting. We're going to animate the camera, give it a little bit of movement, and then we're going to export. And then in the final stage, I'm going to show you how to add music and sound effects to make your scene come to life. Alright guys, so let's first start making the character. So first of all, I'm not a good good 3D modeler. I'll make the most basic uh, this is like the most basic tutorial on making a human you'll ever see. We'll make this human out of this. So let's press SX to make his body. SY. Okay. All right. So now what we will do is we will go to edit and press Ctrl R to give it a subdivision. Let's give one here, press R again, give one here. Okay, so we will extrude the hands. First of all, let's press SY again to make this a little bit more smaller. SX, yeah, something like this. Okay, press tab again, choose face select, choose a face, press EN2. So this is making the hands too long, so we will go back, press E 1.5, press E 1.5. Now why I'm typing in the numbers, I can easily go back and press E and just drag this. It won't be precise. So press E 1.5, right? Okay, so this will be our neck. And press E. So this is our neck. And we'll press E and S to scale this, and E again to make our head. Okay. Let's press this. We'll press G and Z to bring this little bit up. Yeah. And now we have to make the legs, right? So what we'll do is we will add loop cuts again. You can click here and yeah, just basically press Ctrl R. I want to make the legs something like this. Okay, let's go back, hold on, Ctrl R. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this, going to extrude the legs from this too. Okay, so what we will do is we want another loop cut. Let's just give a loop cut, press Ctrl R, Ctrl R, we will use this two faces to extrude the leg, and this will be like the little bit, you know, the space in between the legs. So we can press both of this, E and 2. Okay, so now we have something. Oh my god, the hands are I think this guy goes to gym. He's been drinking a lot of protein shake. Huge hands, huge. Okay, anyway, first of all, let me make the shoe. So to do that, what we'll do is basically just add another loop cut. Control R here, Control R. Try to be precise. Even if you're not that precise, it's not a problem. Press E. Sorry, we'll choose face. Choose both this face, E, and just bring it here. Right? Okay. Now we have this. So what to do about the hands? Because clearly this model does not. I think he skips leg day, and he only trains his arms. What can we do about it? What we can do is press G, make this back a little bit. G, make it back. Press G. Press G. Just push it a little bit. You know, I know it looks all messed up, but trust me, for this tutorial, this is as as best. This is the best thing for this tutorial. You don't need to waste hours on making a character. Okay, so we don't have to give fingers or anything like that to this character, but we are going to give him eyes. All right, eyes and a nose, and we'll maybe try to give a hat or something. No, hat is not going to look good. All right, so maybe let's just press E and S and give him some hands. Oh, that's a very bad hand. Okay. Oh my god, what is happening? Hold on. S shift, and now this will scale it very softly. E S shift, and where? Oh, you see I messed up. Hold on. I think we E S. Oh wait, what did we do? I think now okay, yeah, this one. Not bad. Let's move on to the head now. The eyes and stuff like that. So we'll press Shift and A to let's first save our project. Let's save it as okay, Cube God tutorial. You can save it as whatever you want. This is not part of the tutorial. Cube God tutorial. Okay, so let's make the eyes. Go to mesh, choose a UV sphere. Just don't worry about this. Press this, go very, press G, and we'll just position this eyes to wherever we want. You can also use this to position it, right? So we will play around with this. So, but first of all, let me just move this for once. What we can do now, it's looking very blocky, right? We don't want it to look very blocky. We can choose this. We can call it the body, 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 and we can click on modifiers, add modifier, go to subdivision surface. This is where the magic happened. Can you see, guys? You can press on 2, it will make it more smooth. Press on 3, more smooth. All right, don't just keep like pressing 4, 5, 6. It's going to uh, crash your computer if you don't have a good computer, because it is adding a lot of geometry to this. Okay, so let's bring this eyes here. First of all, we are not even going to show the eyes in the scene. I don't know why I'm wasting so much time, but this is going to help you guys to press shift, and yeah, if you press shift and use the transform buttons, it's going to do it very softly. So press shift and D to duplicate it, and press on the okay. So click on this, right click, shade smooth, click on this, right click, shade smooth, press on the body, right click, shade smooth. Perfect. Okay, so let's create the nose. Shift A. Let's name this first. EYE dot L. EYE dot R. Dot R means right eye, dot L means left eye. Now you don't have to do it, but if you from when you're starting Blender, and if you have follow good practices of keeping things organized, trust me, it's going to go a long way. Or else it can mess up your you want to find something, you won't be able to find. You're like, okay, which what did I name this, stuff like that. Okay, it's not going to impact because this is a very small scene, but when you're working on a very big scene with lots of items, that's when it's going to get crazy. So press shift A to make the nose. We will choose let's choose a cylinder. I'll leave this. Press, this looks like a good costume. Press S to scale it down, G and Z to make it up, zoom in, press to scale it down again, and now you can rotate it. To rotate it, press R Y 90. Sorry, I rotated it in the wrong direction. RX 90. Or else you can also just click 90, enter 90 out here. So let's make the nose a little bit more. Yep. Okay, there we have if you want to make the nose a little pointy, just click on this face, and you can just shift and scale it down. Now we have a pointy nose. Okay. Now let's create the mouth. Press shift A, press torus. Let's rotate this first. Just press 90 here. Done. Scale it down, GZ, and bring this maybe forward. Make it more down. Okay. Now go to sideways like this. You have to be really precise, right? Press shift and slowly bring it here. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I did that. So if you want to make eyebrows, you can make it. I'll just show you, like, just easy. press torus again, RX90 to rotate it like that, Z, and X2. First let's go to edit mode, choose half of this mesh, shift, select, and just press X to delete all the vertices. Now we have half of this, right? Go back, press okay, I think we have, what is this? What the hell is this? Press X to delete. Okay. Scale it really down. Press go up. And let's say you're very far away and you want to focus on a certain object. Just press the delete key on your numpad. It's going to, let's say if you want to focus on the eye, just click IL here and just press. Okay, so like that. Let's click this, let's scale it more down, let's bring it a little forward, let's rotate it a little bit so that it doesn't look messed. Okay, control Z, like this. And like I said, guys, this does not have to be precise, but in case you want it to be, shift delete G X to bring the other one here. And as you can see, it's here. Let's just try to press shift and bring this. Let's choose both. Press shift and okay, hold on. I think both are different objects, that's why. Press shift and Y. There you go. Press click, shade smooth. Okay. So, alright guys, I think we're not going to waste any more time on the character. Let's now let's join everything. Okay, eyes, eyebrows and everything. So to do that, what you can do is just click on one item, which is the body, and just select everything. Press right click button and join to, join everything. Now every single thing is joined. There are many cases when you don't want to do that, but for this basic tutorial, let's just go with this. All right, Control S to save our project, and let's move forward now. Now we are not going to really touch on texturing this or anything, because as you can see, it's a white character. And just for some knowledge, I'm going to show you how you can texture it. But to do that, we have to go back and separate our objects. So what we'll do is we will go to our, press Z and material preview. Okay, now we will choose this eye, go to material, add a new material. This is the base color, as you can see, white. You can click on here and just drag this down. If you want some other color, green, blue, something, whatever you want, just drag this down. We have a black eye. Same here, you can press new, and what you can do is directly go to this option and just select material 1. It's very easy, right? And let's call this material 1 blacky color. Okay, go new, blacky color, go new, blacky color, go to the nose. What we should give a red nose or something. Red nose and pink lips. Pinky. Okay. All right, guys. So now that we are done with this character, let's bring some life into this character. So to do that, we are going to, I hope you know this. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's press and again press shift and select everything and join. Okay, now we're going to click on this, go to file, go to export, and we're going to choose FBX format because Mixamo uses FBX OBJ formats. So FBX, save it wherever you want to save it. I'll uh, let's name this character something. What? Mike. His name is Mike. Let's choose copy. Go to path mode, choose copy, and click on this. Then it will take the textures information also, and export FBX. Now once our export is done, what we will do is go to our Mixamo website. So Mixamo is a free website where you can, there are basically some free animation templates. You can directly use it to make your life easier, and it's a very interesting website for beginners. At least you're going to learn a lot. It's a very, I'll say it's a very fun thing. When you're a beginner, you're visualizing an animation, and you don't have to create it yourself. You can use these templates. So you can go to characters and you know choose different characters for your scene. If you choose this, let's say Remy, it'll bring this character. And if you go to animations, let's say this is a taunt, let's say this, what is it, Capoeira, I don't know. So choose yeah, as you can see, you can directly download this and bring it to Blender. It's a lot of fun. This is jumping down, right? But we are not going to use their characters, we're going to use our character. So what we'll have to do is just go to upload character, click on this, and select character. So select character file, go to wherever you have saved it. It's already uploaded, and we're going to rig the character now, which is extremely easy. Oh my god, I hate it. Okay, there is a problem. Oh shoot, I forgot to add texture to our to the body part. And since the eye and the eyebrows were already in a black material, so it is appearing black. So you know what, we're going to go back, we're going to choose the body, give it a white color. Now we are going to export it again. Press on FBX. We're going to name him John this time, I don't know why. Path mode, copy, click on this, export John. So unfortunately Mike could not make it, so John is going to be our character. Go back, press upload character, select character file, press on John. Yup, this is our character. So we're going to press next, as this looks fine. So now this is the auto rigger system, and it's very easy. All you have to do is just place these circles on wherever it's supposed to be placed. For example, this chin is in blue color, you have to place it in the chin. Click here, and yeah, click on wrist. As you can see, wrist is here, so our wrist is here, and automatically it's mirrored, so automatically the right, that's why I said, remember, we want it to be symmetrical, like precise. Let's say if this hand was smaller than this hand, it would mess up our rig. That's why. So we'll go to elbows and find a point which looks like an elbow, maybe this. We'll go to knees, find a point which looks like a right place to be the knee. Groin, we will put this here. That's it basically. I'm going to press next and let it do its thing, and we're going to wait, and we're going to see the magic happen. Okay, wow. So we have our character, we have some life in our character, as you can see. Don't worry about the details. This is a tutorial where you don't have to go so deep, but if you're a complete beginner, you just brought your own character to life. All right, press next. If you're okay with everything, press next. Your 3D character has been uploaded. Proceed with this new character. Your previous character will not be saved. Perfect. Next. So now that you have your character out, and you can see automatically it's choosing this animation, praying. So interesting. We're going to use one of the pray options. So we're not going to use this one because he gets up in the end. We're going to use. Is there so many? Oh my god.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I'm going to click here for pray. P-R-A-Y. Pray. I think this is what I used. All you have to do is just okay. I think you can make some changes here. Pray towards, let's say what this does. I don't know what it did. It's looking more up, I think so. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, perfect. It's looking up. You want the person to look up. There are different options. We're not going to go into details here, but there are different options. Just take your time, look at it, For this tutorial, we're happy with this, and we're going to press on download. So for download, what you'll do is press, everything is same, just press on 24 frames per second. Now if you want the animation later to slow down, put slow motion effects, you should always go with 60 fps, but for me just 24 is the standard one. So press download and save it wherever you want. So once you have your praying saved, just click and drag it directly out here. Don't have to look at anything, just press import FBX. Perfect. Let's remove this John. Let's use this now. Okay, let's just get out of our scene now. We don't need you. Let's use this. Perfect. So I think we got done with our making the character and animating in Mixamo done. Now let's create the plane and the cube. Wow, this tutorial is getting really long, so I'll try to make it fast. Press Shift and A, mesh and plane. Make the plane like you know 2 times or sorry 8 times bigger. So press S and 8. Okay, 8 looks very small, so press Ctrl Z to undo. Press S and maybe 10. Wow, even 10 looks very small actually. So just press S again and 2. This will make 20 times bigger. This doesn't look bad. Maybe just press S and 1, oh sorry, 2 again. Okay, this looks too big, so just you can just do this manually also. Just press S and yeah. Alright guys, perfect. Yeah, click on this, go to new, and we have this default white material. Now comes the interesting part, the cube. Press Shift and A. We'll start with one single cube. Press Z, Z to bring it here, and just play with the positions. Okay guys, take your time. He's looking somewhere here, right? Yep, it's looking like he's looking at the cube now. So what we'll do is we'll have multiple cubes, right? So we'll just press to scale it down. Maybe this is too small. Okay, so now what we will do is we will press shift delete G X to sort of duplicate our objects. Now I'm doing this manually. You can also use the array modifier if you want. Press shift D G Z to bring it down. Control G Z. Perfecto. Control D G and Y and Control D G Y. That's it. I mean, that's it. Look at this. Press to bring it a little bit more bigger so that yeah. Okay guys, now let's just leave this cube out here for now, and this is distracting me. Let's just get out. You can just delete him also. You don't need him. Press X to delete. Yeah. So let's create the camera, right? So this is sort of the scene I want, like this, sorry, the angle that I want. So press shift and A, and you can go to camera. Where is the camera? This is the camera. Right now the camera is here. Here is the camera. So if you press numpad 0, this is the view. We don't want that view. So what you can do is you can press Control Alt numpad 0, and automatically this is going to bring it to your view. Press shift and tilde key to use the camera like a like a game or something like that with your mouse. Press A. I have a camera tutorial that you can watch all that out there, all the details. So press down like this. Yep, this is sort of the scene that we want, right? And I always use go down to this camera, go down to viewport display, and use pass part out. What this does is this removes this background distraction. So when I'm sort of trying to come up with the final composition, I have a lot of clarity of what is inside the camera versus what is outside the camera. Excuse me. Anyway, so now that we are happy with the camera, let's animate the cube. So first of all, let's go to our timeline. As you can if you play press space bar, you're going to see your character is moving, that animation is working, right? But after a certain point it stops. If you click on this bone like thing, you can see the animation is still here, but we want it to go on forever. So to do that, all we have to do is just select this. It's already selected here. Let's select this and press shift and E to make it cyclic. Just click here. Then this animation is going to play in loops. Perfect. Okay, now that we are happy with all these things, let's animate this. First of all, let's make this one single object join to make it. Okay, I don't think so. Join. Okay, now this is one single object. So we wanted to have a very abstract movement sort of effect, right? Let's see this. And also our main cube is sort of rotated in a certain way, this one. So we'll go back here and first of all press RR and just rotate it something like this. This looks pretty good. So we will press on this cube, and to give that abstract effect is very easy. We will go to the modifier option, add modifier, and we will search for, I think I did it with noise. I'm sorry, hold on. sorry, what am I saying? This place. Yep. So we'll press on new, and as you can see, it has become weird. I don't know why. So what we'll do is we'll click here. Sorry, we will click here, show texture in texture tab, right? We will choose, what did I use? I think I used Voronoi. Yep, I used Voronoi. Now what I'm doing is I'm changing the size of it to, okay. So we need to animate this movement. So what we'll do is we'll go to our first frame. So we have come to this part of our chapter, is cube animation, okay, cube animation. So we will go to the first frame. Now since our cube is selected, press right click and add a keyframe. Now let's since we have to play this movement for, you know, till the end of the frame, what we will do is go to the last frame and okay, go back. As you can see this dot here, right? Click on here. Now this is animated, okay? Now it has set a keyframe of this particular property, the size. Now go to 250, change this little bit and press click here again. It has added another keyframe. Go to the first frame and let's see what it's doing now. Alright, so we are halfway there, we're almost there. So the problem with this is that it's moving very fast. So what can we do to make it very slow? So there are different ways you can you know, like lower the what was it in frame 250? It's 43, right? So you can just press on maybe 13 and but even in 13 it's moving a lot faster. So what we'll do is we will cheat our animation. We'll click on this, we will just drag it here, click on this, drag it here. Now if you play it, interesting. Maybe if we change the intensity. Okay, but the intensity is also, so as you can see, it's starting very fast, it's ending very slow. What's happening with that? Let's click below both of this and go to our graph editor and go to this and make our keyframes linear, okay, so that it's not like it starts fast and slow. Go back, go to timeline, let's see it now. Let me figure out what is happening, that it is making this scene 5, 6, 7. Okay, how fast was our original? Oh, it's really slow. Okay, yeah, something like this. But you can also see that I think I added, oh, I did not add any rotation. I thought I added a rotation. So I think we're done with the animation of the cube, but it's not looking interesting now because we don't have the scene is we don't have any lighting in our scene, nothing like that. So now since our cube animation is done, see, it's looking interesting, right? All right, let's go back to the camera. Now to add the sky, let's see what's in our chapter now. Adding the sky. Okay, so add the sky, you can use an HDRI, but we don't want to use an HDRI because we want to give it this very stylistic sky sort of thing. The good part is that there is an inbuilt sky texture in uh, Blender. So to get that, we have to go to the world settings. Press on this color option, not this color, this yellow thing, and go to sky texture. All right, now first of all, let's change our render setting. Go to render, click on cycles. We are going to use cycles and our GPU to render because CPU is really slow. You should always put it on GPU. Basic stuff. Okay, go back to our world setting. Now I know you can't see anything, so let's change that to render view. To go to render view, you can press Z and go to render like this, solid material, or you can go to this. Perfect. As you can see, we already have this. So first of all, let's give a texture to this black cube, a cube board. Let's click on this. Let's go to our material settings, click on new, make it dark in color, and make it metallic. I remember making it very metallic. Okay. All right. Now I think we have to. Yep. We're almost there, guys. Just hold on. So now what we're going to do is that first let's come back to this cube here. Go to our modifiers and let's change the. Hold on. Where was it? I want to change the intensity a little bit. Press Z and go to solid. Yeah, this looks better. Maybe a little bit. Okay, guys, I think this looks pretty fine. So let's make the sky a little bit more interesting. Okay, so to do that, we will have to go to our world tab. You know, guys, this is a creative decision. You can just do whatever you want with this, but you can change the sun elevation. You can change the air settings. Let's go to the camera view. If you decrease the air, it will be more of a blue sky. Increase it, it will be more of this, I don't know, Mars like sort of sky, so to say. Dust will do this, ozone will do this. Okay, so I think so what we are going to do is we're going to put the sun right behind this cube particle. So to do that, there is something called sun elevation. Click on this, and where the hell is our sun? Go to sun rotation. Sun rotation, keep rotating it till you find the sun. Increase the sun size. Go to sun elevation. Sun intensity, sorry, we don't have to change that. Sun rotation. Where the fish? Where the fish is the sun? Let's increase this. Let's okay. There you go. We have the sun. Sorry guys, this took a little, Let's change the air to something like this. Let's position our sun to act like this is right behind the cube. Okay. And let's change the altitude is fine, sorry. Let's change this the air maybe a little bit. Ozone. What does the ozone do? Yep. Press shift and tilde key to change our camera angle a little bit. Something like this, maybe, let's go back to this. Change our mid-level. Where is the mid-level? Okay. And I think this does not have to be as accurate as this. What we can do is we can to make the scene more interesting, we have to add fog here. So to add the fog, first let's save our scene. To add the fog, let's go to our shader settings. How to add fog? To add fog, it's very easy. Press shift and A and go to mesh cube. We have added a cube. Now we have to press S and cover the whole area basically. Okay, perfect. Press S and Z to make it a little bit small because this matters. Perfect. Now if you press on the camera view, as you can see, we are inside this cube, so there is no light and we do not want to add extra light. What we will instead do is we will add a material to this cube and just press on this principal BSDF and press X to delete it. Why? Because we're going to use a volume. So press shift and A, search VOLUME. We can use volume scatter also, volume principal volume also, but principal volume is better. So press principal volume, click on this volume and add this to volume. You can see nothing happened. Why? Because we have to decrease the density. So we can just see that, yeah. So even if you go to 100, it's too much, right? So we have to go very small, maybe 0.020. There you go. Now this has got a fog effect, and to see before and after, you can just hover over here and press M to see before and after. Wait, let me remove this. Yeah, this is before, this is after, this is after, sorry, this is the after one. Okay. I think we have to bring the sun here. Let's give a test render. Okay, let's go to this. Let's put the samples to 4096 is overkill for most of the projects. Just press 512 or maybe even go with 256 and we will just render this scene and check it how it looks. Render image. So as you can see, my laptop is really slow, but you get the point. This is our test render and I want the sun to be here, so it's like this is in front of the sun. It gives a more godly effect. Go back, go to our world setting, go to our sun rotation, and Woohoo! This is what we need to do. Wait, how? Okay. And sun elevation. You know, you can just play around. You can just choose whatever you want. But I think this looks pretty sick. And I think we have to go back to this cube setting, and we have to increase our mid level, maybe, you know, because it gives some sort of space in between. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Guys, you can take your time, play around with the fog. For example, if you can go to our shader editor and we have to click on the cube. If you increase the anisotropy or whatever, you know, this is called, this is the effect you're going to get. If you're going to go choose this is the effect you're going to get. Just play around. You can just add the fog more, 0.0 maybe 50, and this is just increase their fog density, but we don't want too much. 0.020 is fine. So yep, you can change the fog color also. I forgot to mention that, but for our case we will just stick with this color maybe. All right, so now that all these things are done, what we will do is we will add a very simple animation to our camera. Go back to our timeline. We have our camera selected, right? So in our animation, it's sort of from, you know, it's from down, it's making an upwards movement, right? So we'll give this effect. So how to animate the camera? So you can just click on your camera, have your camera selected, and on the first frame adjust your sort of this angle, how you want it to start. Press right click, insert keyframe, go to the last one, 250, press shift tilde key, and this is the reveal, and zoom in a little bit with W key. Okay, so press insert keyframe. Now I went pretty fast with this because I already have a big camera tutorial, you can watch it. Okay, so if you play it back, go to solid mode to make it play smoother, and this is what we have. This is looking very sweet, honestly. There you go, perfect. Alright guys, so now it's time to render our scene. So let's go to the camera you know, view and render our scene. So to render our scene, first let's go to this render engine, Cycles GPU Compute, like I said. Choose maybe 512 gives you a good enough. 256 is also great, you know. So so for this example, I'm going to just decrease my resolution to maybe 50 and do a test. This is just for example, okay? You should always keep this to 100 for your final renders. I'm going to put this to 51, whatever, and do a test render and see how long this takes to render. So even in, I have like a pretty old laptop. It's i7 8th gen. It uses NVIDIA. I'll show you the So it took 25 seconds in my laptop at 50% resolution, and I'll show you what graphics card I have. I have an old ass graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce GTS 1060, the mobile one, the laptop one. Okay, so guys, we are done with the scene. Now let's export this whole animation. Let's move to Premiere Pro, where I'll show you how to add the sound effects and stuff like that to make the scene come to life. So to render it first, we will just go to this output settings, and this is make sure it's in PNG. Why PNG? Now I don't know much in detail why people choose PNG, but it seems so rendering animation is not like rendering your normal video files. This shit is going to take you 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours depending on how fast your PC is. So so for example, I'll show you how long this animation is going to take on my laptop. So we have 250 frames out here. Let's put this to 100%. Let's do a test render. There you go, guys. So as you can see, this one frame of this animation took my laptop 1 minute 32 seconds at I think 256 samples, right? 256 samples. Originally, when I was rendering my this scene, it was 512 samples. So to give you an example, let's say that we are going to use 256 samples and one frame takes 1 minute 32 seconds. Let's type if one frame takes 1 minute, and how much was it? 32 seconds to render. How long will it take to render 250 frames? 6 hours 23 minutes and 20 seconds to render 250 frames. So guys, you know what, I basically go to sleep, and at that point of time I render. Sometimes, you know, so a good practice is to always render it at half or below half of the resolution, so that sometimes what happens is you wake up the next day, you check your render, and you find that, oh my god, I don't like this lighting, or I don't like this. Anything can mess up your scene when you look at it at the best, you know, output. So then again you have to make the change and re-render the whole process. So it's going to take you 2 to 3 days to you know, come up with it. So always render at half settings, maybe even 20%. Just go to your output and check your renders and all and stuff like that. So anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to render this scene, and I am a impatient guy. I want to upload this tutorial fast. I don't want to wait like freaking till tomorrow for it to render and then make the rest of the tutorial of the, you know, final Premiere Pro part where I'm going to add the sound effects and all, because tomorrow I have other programs and I might not be able to just sit here and make a tutorial on that. So I'm going to use my previous footage, this footage. Like I said, guys, you have to play around. I hope I taught you like the basic settings on how to use this stuff. So that's it. We are done for the animating the camera, and we will go to export. So to how to export, now if you're a complete beginner, I want to show this how to do that. So just go to your output settings. This is where you have to decide where you're going to save it. Click here and save it wherever you want to save it. Okay, and after that come back, choose PNG if it's not saved as if it is not PNG out here. Mm. So I'll tell you something. Why choose PNG? Okay. Suppose I have this 8 hour, 6 hour animation, rendering time. So in between, my computer might get shut off or something like that. Whatever may happen. And imagine if you have to re-render again. So what happens is, if let's say in your timeline, you have, let's say, finished when it was the 52nd frame and your computer crashed, you can just simply go on the folder, check the last frame. If it is 52, start, just press 50. This just press 53 here, and it will render from 53 frames. Okay, 53 frames, and it will finish it out here. Likewise, whatever is your requirement, based on that. So all right guys, so let's just all this is done. Keep the compression to the basic one, don't increase or decrease it, because if you increase the compression, it's going to take longer times to render. You can decrease it to make it faster render, and make the renders fast. I mean, I don't know what is wrong with my English these days. Now we have to go to render and press render animation. It will start your stuff. I use Premiere Pro. Whatever you use, the concept is same. So like I said, I'm going to import my previous video, as I don't want to wait for 1-2 days to render this scene. And I'm going to remove the audio file from here. So your animation, when you bring it to a video software, will look like this, something like this. Okay, it will not have any sound effects. And also what you can do is, it's very simple. First of all, what we want to do is add an angelic effect, right? So let's say, guys, remember to use copyright free, and I don't support using other people's content without giving credits and stuff like that. Copy this link, convert, download, and I have downloaded this. Amazing, right? So we also added a prayer sound effect. Yep, so we're going to use this. There you go, guys. That's that's as simple as it gets. Now I have shown you very basic beginner and shortcut ways of doing things, because in this sort of work you can cheat your way and create interesting looking stuff. You have to know how to do it like really fast, because you can't uh, model your character from scratch, and add rigging, adding animations, and creating your own music and stuff like that. Big studios have people to do that. For us creators like us making YouTube videos, we have to know how to do things very fast and in a smart way. So guys, I know this tutorial was kind of long. I did not plan it to be long, but please stick around and watch it fully. I'm going to put timestamps for you to make it simple to follow, and I hope you learned something new and good today. And take your time with it. you know uh, Guys, let me know if I rushed anywhere, and if you would want me to make some other tutorial, I would love to make other tutorial. And guys, thank you for being patient with me. My teaching process is sort of long. I don't know how to make it quick. I'll try to make it very quick next time because people like short format stuff nowadays. And yep, I hope you liked my video. I hope you learned something new, and if you found it helpful, just stick around for my upcoming videos also whenever I make them. If you have got any request, just type it in the comment section. Let me know what sort of things you would want to learn, and if I can teach, I will try to do it. And if you have any suggestions where I could do something much better, just I'm open to everything. So guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.